1 2 1 2 1 2. Hold this mic.
You just want me to hold this, yeah? 1 1 1 2 2 2 1 1 2. Done.
Okay, today we are in Oakland. We're here with Colin from Conflict. We have a lot of questions to ask. Let's go with some old days. A few days ago, I was listening to Increase the Pressure album.
Yeah.
Kevin, he was the most amazing guitarist.
Yeah, indeed.
He played on all, like some of your 7-inch live. He was very powerful.
Yeah.
Not that many people about Kevin. How was Kevin? Tell us about Kevin.
Kevin joined the band after the first guitarist and basically brought a whole new feel to the band. He had this style of his own. He'd already roadied with lots of different bands, you know, to do with Nirvana and stuff like that as well. And he was a very, I call Kevin his own free spirit. He wouldn't be controlled by anybody. He didn't want to be a part of a band. He wanted to put himself into a band. And that's the way he came across. It was like not being a part of a band. He wanted to be in that band but do his own thing. And obviously, as you say, the guitar sound was incredible and an incredible guitarist.
Was it inspired, his music inspiration, was it more like metal stuff, like Motorhead? Because he did make Conflict sound very powerful when he joined, right?
Yeah, it is a Motorhead style that we adopted from then, you know, where you've got the that type of style. He brought that to us. We already had obviously the punk style that we play, but he brought that to the table, and I think the two merged really well, and we still keep it now.
Right. And I understand that he was a vegan and everything and animal rights. When he left the band, and did he stick to that belief? Was his views always the same?
After he left the band, I didn't see a lot of Kevin, but I believe he did. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I know he had his downfalls and stuff like that, which, you know, none of my business. But as far as I know, he believed more. I think a lot of the reason Kevin left the band is because the band got too big, and he didn't like that. He wanted it to be at a certain level, and perhaps a lot of things we did, and you know, by playing bigger gigs, he didn't really want to do that. Right. He liked just doing the small DIY things, and I think that was a lot of the reason why he probably left.
Yes, may he rest in paradise.
Exactly.
And okay, so after Kevin left, you went through a couple of different guitarists.
Yes.
A couple years ago, oh my gosh, you had Daffy from Icons of Filth playing guitar.
Yes.
And that was the closest to Kevin's style, and I was so happy you had Daffy.
Did very, very well.
What the fuck happened to Daffy from Icons of Filth? I thought he was going to join Conflict.
Well, that's what we wanted, but he wanted to do and pursue the Icons of Filth, which he's still doing now. That was what we personally wanted to happen. There's still opportunity for it. We spoke recently about it, because I think Daffy wants to do Icons of Filth, but he's finding it very, very hard, and he will find it hard to actually do Icons of Filth without Stig. Do you know what I mean? It's a massive job. The door's open. The door's open.
I thought you were going to sing for them. What happened to that idea?
To be honest, I thought about it long and hard, and obviously when I know Calvin, Stig's son, very well, he wasn't very happy with the situation, and I didn't want to hurt him. I didn't want it to look like a money-making venture, so even though it wouldn't have been, so we just decided to let that go.
Oh, okay. Last time you came here, you had Jenny in the band.
Yes.
And that really mixed it up. It was really amazing.
Yes, I like
what happened to her?
Basically, I can't explain it really. I mean, I'd say we're still friends and stuff like that. We don't talk very much. We've got such similar views. Well, you know, bang on. Again, I'd like to say never say never, but it just didn't work out. I can't explain why. I can't explain why it didn't work out. It just didn't, you know. It's one of those ones where there's no bad feelings. Well, not from our part or anything like that, you know. But it just didn't work.
Okay. She's an amazing artist, though.
Yeah, amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, amazing person.
Yes. So, in the not that many new Conflict fans understands this.
Yes.
In the 80s, when you used to release albums, it came with the booklet. You used to mail booklet, suggestion, something. What was it called? Suggestion.
Reaction.
I used to have that booklet. I used to have another booklet that I'm not gonna get into. It was too crazy. Yeah. But that booklet that you wrote, it had like information how to put out benefit shows, showing films, getting speakers. Yeah. It has so much amazing information. How come you never reprinted that, or it was so radical in education?
I mean, it could be reprinted, but a lot of it is dated now. I mean, a lot of it has moved on, and so, a lot of it doesn't apply anymore, especially as far as the law goes. A lot of the laws have changed, so some of it is not relevant anymore. I mean, it is something that we could do again. I like to think that people actually know what's what now. It was very early days, and not a lot of people really understood that can come from punk.
Right. And you also had in that information how to dress your rallies when you get baton blasts or something. But like in the 80s, your package, like you guys took time, you paste everything, you put booklet in. But now it's CD digital. We don't see that anymore. What happened to all the artistic stuff? And you had so many amazing banners when you first came here in '85. All those banners. Who were those banners painted by? They were, I think.
I mean, we had lots of different people painting them. From people that we just met, that had done it. We had some professionally done, but most was just done by friends who just said, "Hey, do you want to use this?" And we used it, And we ended up giving them most of them away. We've got a big thing based around the new album, and we're going to put that type of whole thing together again, mainly now with the film show live. We're going to have a film show live all the way for our set. I'm not too sure how much we can put into the package that's going to go on record. It will be different. We're going to have a lot of video stuff on it as well, but definitely live there'll be a lot more visuals going on.
Were some of these banners like airbrushed by a member from Poison Girls?
They were, yeah. Two of them, yeah.
Like that cat with the Liberate?
Yeah, it was the bass player that did it, yeah. And he did the Ungovernable Force one, the long one as well. He did them all by hand, yeah.
Tell us about V from Poison Girl, your experience with them.
Living with them? It was fun. Yeah, it was good. Obviously, they was touring with Crass at the time, and I was a partner of Gemma at Rebella Ballet, so we all lived together in a place in Leytonstone. It was fun. It had its hard times because obviously some gigs they played with Crass was nasty and some gigs they played with Crass was good. But I mean, overall, wonderful people and wonderful times.
I heard a long time ago, John, your original bass player, told me when you guys were playing, you guys were at Crass shows and Crass didn't fight back against fascists, and when Eve Libertine almost got attacked, so you guys started throwing beer bottles out there behind bar. Things were so crazy back then.
It was very different now again. I mean, in London now you've got a thing called Anti-Fascist Action, which they're big and they do their own thing in that, but I don't think they quite realise how. I don't think it's bad in London, but before in London it was very, very hard work.
I see some of the pictures, like crazy fascist guy with tattoos on their face or neck. What happened to them? Are they dead or in jail now?
I don't know. I read it covered.
There were some like really crazy muscular, like 6 feet.
Yeah, they've all gone. They've all just disappeared into the woodwork, which is why I kind of think to me it's not a problem anymore. It used to be a problem, but it's not anymore. I don't see them as a threat anymore.
Yes, I heard it on like Crass live sets and stuff. That was stopped.
Terrible.
You were following Crass around before Conflict, right?
Yes, yeah.
Tell us about the story. I heard it was you, Stick from Icons of Filth, and the singer from Cult. What's his name? The singer from
Ian Astbury.
Southern Death Cult.
Yeah, Ian, yeah.
Tell us about the story. You guys used to like sleep outside?
Well, yeah, I used to go following Crass on my own, and we were basically sleeping wherever. And I think one day I met Stig in a park. I think it was Scotland. And I put my little camp up and stuff like that to get some sleep, and Stig come across from the Icons of Filth, and he was a lovely fella, and we started chatting, and then Ian, who we now know from Colin and stuff, he came across all dressed in his Indian stuff and said, "Do you mind if I join you?" And that was it, and we started just following him around together.
After Ian got really big when he was in the Cult, did he keep in touch with the movement and everything?
Well, he kept in touch with me. I don't know how much he's done anymore, but he did keep in touch with me. Yeah, even now. Yeah.
Oh wow. That's
awesome. Even now.
Tell us about Stick from Icons of Filth. What are some of your favorite memories with him?
The way he laughed. Yeah, he smiled. Obviously, he's the person I've done the most ALF stuff with. And I can blame him now because he's dead and he can't get arrested. But yeah, he's the one that I've done the most ALF stuff with. But just being a really close friend, someone you could if things were good or bad, you could sit in a room together and talk about it, or go to sleep, wake up in the morning and talk about it. Someone you could share everything with.
You guys did a lot of shows with them because you guys toured together too.
Yes, yeah, for years, yeah. Loads.
Right. And also, a lot of new Conflict fans don't know about this, but in the old days, you used to put out a lot of bands on Motorhead Records, and
That's right.
and the offshoot of Motorhead, was it called Fight Back Records? So there's so many bands were on it. So I'm gonna mention a couple of this band. Tell me some of your favorite memories playing live or touring with them.
Yeah.
All right, or anything funny. The Liberty.
They were close friends from where we used to live years ago. They're still playing now. Different lineups, obviously, but they were friends, and that was good. We did that well with them.
Potential Threat.
Potential Threat from Blackburn. We played with them at Paco's Memorial at the 100 Club. That's the last time I've seen them. But before that, we've done lots of gigs together.
Like in '85, right? '85,
Yeah,
'86,
yeah.
and you put out the Demand Alternative.
Yeah.
Existence.
Existence from Milton Keynes. I think they're still going now. Yeah, we've done lots with them as well, yeah. I mean, they became one of our main support bands at the time.
And you released Hagar the Womb, right?
Yes.
You know they're coming here this year in Oakland?
No,
yeah,
no,
they're coming here, playing at the Near Dark Fest.
Oh, lovely.
What's your favorite memory with Hagar the Womb?
The bass player, Mitch. Amazing bass player. And obviously the girl singers, you know what I mean? But I mean, we had such fun. Together because they was very, very different as well. And they still are very different.
Yeah, the music was very different.
And just the attitude is very different, and that's important. That has to exist.
A lot of people didn't like this, but I love the album, The Apostles, Punk Obituary.
Yeah, I like it.
Yes.
Yeah, I like it, yeah.
What's your favorite memory from The Apostles?
Being so direct action. They didn't give a fuck about the music, really, you know what I mean? They was just, the Apostles lived it and walked it as it happened. You know, especially Andy, he was just like so militant, and that's the way he was. He didn't, and that's why I wanted to get involved.
So, in the 80s, talking about direct action, some of your live cassette tape I used to get, you used to talk crazy on stage. You would say after your end set, there's a lot of McDonald's, get them!
Yeah.
Do you remember those? Yeah. And you got like all the live tapes at the end, there's a lot of McDonald's, get them!
Yeah,
and
it's harder now.
my pen, this is like many years ago in the 80s, and my pen pal used to send me flyers with all the location of mass.
Where the people.
Yes.
Yeah, it's hard work now.
Right. Things change. But
Excitement.
when you came to America for the second time, a lot of your Conflict fans were in jail and stuff like
That's
that.
right.
Do you regret about that, or?
I feel guilty over it. I don't regret it because I think it needed doing. But at the end of the day, I don't want to see anyone go to prison over what I'm saying, because it looks like I'm just kind of feeding the machine to do that. You know what I mean? It's like there is a guilty feeling. I don't want to tell people. I don't think I've told people what to do. But at the same time, things do need doing.
Right. And a lot of people don't know this. Conflict helped out a lot on your second tour. You came down here, you did benefit show for political prisoner in Eugene.
Yeah.
And before you left, you donated over hundreds and hundreds worth of merchandise to us, to Ruckus and Javier, who got deported. And I went down there and gave him like $500, $600 all the way down to Mexico. And you're a humble person. How come you never mention all this stuff? You helped out this group and you helped us out and everything.
I don't think it needs mentioning, does it? It's like
it was almost like $1,000 worth of stuff you did.
I just think it's just what you do. It's natural. You help one another. That's what we do, isn't it? It's like, I don't think it needs mentioning, really.
No, because once in a while I go on your page, somebody will say, oh, blah, 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 you're a sellout or rich fan or this, but how come you don't mention all the causes you did in the past?
I don't know, because I think in a way it kind of feeds their ammunition to have a go at you. I just think, okay, you believe what you believe, but I know what's what.
Right.
I know what we did.
Okay. Till this day, a lot of people have been asking me the question, all right, even a long time ago. Are you still vegan and involved with animal rights?
I call it animal liberation. I'm very involved in that, and I'm still vegan, But a lot of people say, I don't know, the vegan thing in England now has become very, how can I say, it's good, it's very big.
Mainstream.
Yeah, very mainstream, and I like that, that's good. So I don't really walk about going and wearing the vegan stuff anymore like I used to, because I think I don't want to be seen as like this new hipster thing, so I don't wear it, but yeah, of course I am, And the animal liberation thing, obviously I can't comment, but yes, yeah.
How did it change? Because when in the 80s it was animal rights, then in the 90s they changed it to animal liberation. Why is that changed?
I mean, there was always that thing that even I wrote it on This Is How I Left about animal rights and that. And then in my view, I kind of thought around it. I thought, you know what, you shouldn't even need to have rights. You know what I mean? It's just a case of liberating the animals and stuff. That's the way I saw it.
All right, let's talk about Steve from Crass. It was amazing. I saw this old video of on YouTube. It was but turning rebellion to money. It was Steve ignorant, Kevin, everyone is in there. Why did Steve left Conflict?
I think in a way, Steve done Conflict as a middle step after Crash because he really needed to do something, and I think it excited him for a while because it gave him that whole new punk thing of Wing, because obviously early day Crash was really punk, and then it kind of started going away from that, and I think it gave him that little bit of excitement again, and then obviously along the way of line I think it also wore him out as well, because the Conflict thing was really hard in them days as well, gig after gig, lots of trouble, always trouble at gigs, and I think in the end it wore him down. Again, it's someone I'd like to work with on recordings again at some stage, obviously. Right. But he does his own thing now, it's very different.
He even mentioned during the Crash days, like, you guys were violent. Then in his book, he said you're violent.
I can't really deny that, I suppose, yeah. I suppose it's just, I have that tendency, yeah. I mean, if I see someone like, 5 or 6 skinheads kicking the shit out of a person, I've got to get involved. And obviously I'm capable of getting involved, and so I do, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I suppose, it could be called violent, yeah.
Are you guys still good friends?
Yes. Yeah, we spoke before I come away.
And he apologized about the
He did, yeah, he knew it was a mistake. The first I saw about it was when William sent it over from America. I didn't even know anything about it, and I saw it, and I just didn't, I thought, is this a joke? I really thought it was a joke, and then once I got hold of Steve and I explained all the situation and he saw it and he wanted to deduct it from the book, and I said no, leave it in. I said, because the thing is, leave it in the book because it just shows we're all human. Right. We can all make mistakes,
Right. Okay, let's change the subject now.
Yes. Okay.
What about Mexico? The first time you played in Mexico, tell me about the scene.
The scene in Mexico is very, very from here. It's all from the heart. Everybody, we played a very DIY scene. We didn't go out through the big agents, and it's huge. It's a huge scene. I can say some of it is very unorganised, but again it kind of works in a way. But the crowd and their reaction, the amount of people that come to see us was incredible. Thousands, and I think it's a scene that will just grow and grow and grow.
Okay, thank you very much. This is part 1 of the interview. I'm gonna shut this off. Then part 2 of the interview, it's your audience questions. All right. Thank you.
Is that okay?